When black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people.
What it is, my good people, I want to start this video off by first saying happy Black History Month. It's great to be black, ain't it? But I really wanted to make this video to let y'all know that we as black people do not need Black History Month. And I'm gonna explain that. Relax, before you even click off the video, hear what I gotta say. I say that we don't need Black History Month because we don't need people who are outside of our culture telling us what our culture is. We don't need people to big up our culture for a month straight when we could do this, and we should be doing this every day of the year for our entire lives. Think about it. If we have Black History Month, which is a great thing, and I hate the fact that they're trying to get rid of it, but what do y'all think's the real purpose for them getting rid of Black History Month? And that's to stop teaching people the culture of America, for one, and to ultimately turn the page on that particular time, because we all know that Black History Month is a time of revision. We're revising what happened to black people throughout their entirety in the US, basically. But as black people, we need to take it amongst ourselves to start educating the youth, start educating people around us about black history, and not depending on schools talking about the same three people, the same Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, year after year. You can't just rely on the people who have put us in this position. You can't rely on your enemy to teach your children what they need to know about black history. I'm gonna be blatant about it. Let's keep it a stack. Not everyone wants to ignore black history, so I'm not assuming, or I don't want to put everyone in the same category of individuals who understand black history but want to stray away from it because of, you know, the embarrassment and the lack of accountability there. But for us as black people, Black history doesn't have to be the only time of the year where we're teaching our kids or we're teaching our teenagers about what happened to our people and how these things still persist in today's economy or today's environment. We don't have to do that, bro. For one, if I go back to elementary school, the only thing that I remember from Black History Month is learning about Martin Luther King, like I said, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks. There's so many other black figures that we could talk about that no one in their middle school education is going to learn about. We got Fannie Lou Hamer. Fannie Lou Hamer, for voting rights during her time period, they weren't allowing black people to get to the polls to vote, so she would literally build a foundation of people and fought for voter rights for black people. Fannie Lou Hamer is someone that you never heard of, I'm assuming, especially if you have a elementary level of black history knowing that. But you would never know that name if you continue to depend on people on the outside of your culture to teach you about your culture. It's so easy to pick up Google, YouTube, and type in famous black leaders or shit. Just type in the civil rights movement and you will literally see a bunch of different individuals that you wouldn't even thought of, or you had no knowledge of, due to the fact that what we learn in school about black history is so on the surface level. You get what I'm saying? So stop depending on them to teach us about our people and start taking it amongst yourself. Take pride in learning about that shit, man. Take pride in learning about it. I remember last month, I would say around November, December, I started getting into learning different black figures because I wanted to educate myself. When we talk about American history, there are a lot of vague areas that social studies teachers or teachers in general don't tell us about. There are a lot of bad things that we just don't discuss in school. So no, parents, don't depend on your teachers to teach anything about black history. Because, I mean, if you think about it, I was in college. I went to college. So I didn't really get a deeper understanding about blacks in America or the black diaspora until I got into college, really. And that's when I started learning about how there are black people all around the world, bro. I bet you didn't know that there are more people in Brazil, more black people in Brazil than there are in any other country, continent in the world besides Africa, of course. So when we start thinking about these learnings and progressing our knowledge on black people, we can't depend on other people to give us that knowledge. We have to go out and get it, man. Y'all ever heard the saying, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book? That's the same shit that applies today. It's either you put it in a book or put it in a YouTube documentary. We gotta start researching these things by ourselves, on our own. But Black history was started by an individual named Carter G. Woodson. On February 7th of 1976, Carter G. Woodson established, well, not Carter G. Woodson established, the president of that time period. I'm not even going to mention him because he's not necessary. We ain't going to bring him up right now. It's not his time. But Carter G. Woodson would be the person to establish February 7th as Black History Month, or would push for February to be Black History Month, which it was granted. Keep seeing people up in arms about Donald Trump doing without Black History Month. And I understand like the passion that we have for Black History Month. How dare he touch some shit that has nothing to do with him that we hold so dearly to our heart? And I'm with y'all on that shit, but we don't have to depend on them, like I said, to talk about our history, to teach our history. We need to take responsibility and say, hey, if they don't want to do it in our schools, we should do it at our crib, which we should already be doing. Why the hell we so dependent on them to teach us, to teach our kids about our history? Let's be honest with you. Why would they do that? That's like me going to my barber. If we know that Black history is being taught in a manner that doesn't really want to, they want to expose you to the information, but if you honestly learn it and think about how deep rooted it is, it's an honest feeling of empowerment, and they don't really want to do that, bro. Why would they do that? Our whole objective in America as Black people was to serve other people, to serve white people. Let's be honest. Let's use the correct terminology. We were born here to serve people. We were born here to serve motherfuckers. So why would they teach us about things that would empower us? That's like going to your barber asking them, could you teach me how to cut hair? Why would he teach you how to cut hair when he's still trying to make his money off of you? So let's start thinking about these things and taking pride in this stuff, because if we don't, we're gonna sit here and rely on people to pay us money, or to pay us reparations, or to pay us what we feel that they owe us, which they do. But man, we gotta start taking it from these people, man. We gotta start taking it, because if we don't, we're gonna sit here with our hands open, looking crazy as hell, waiting on the next opportunity, when in reality, they don't care about it. They don't care about us, man. And that stuff with what is it, Target, Walmart, boy, we need to stop going to these stores, man. It's sick, bro. I think for me, a big change, or something that I tried to do, I think I've been doing this for like, I want to say about 4 or 5 months, but I made up this saying, bro, if it ain't Black owned, I'm eating at home, man. So that means that I'm not eating Chick-fil-A. I haven't eaten Chick-fil-A in a long time. Zaxby's, Bojangles, I'm not eating any of that shit. Now, don't get me wrong. If you bring me a free meal, I will eat it. But what I'm saying is, I'm not spending my money at those establishments because they have failed to support Black people. Just like when we go to these beauty shops and the salons and stuff like that, we have all these people here who, they want our dollar. We spend the most money out of any group in America, bro. We're a $1 trillion nation. Why don't we just start bigging up our own companies, supporting Black owned businesses? It's super easy to do that, bro, and it's fun, man. As my girlfriend, I literally, whenever we go out to eat, Black owned restaurants, and I'm looking for different ones all around Charlotte, all around North Carolina, just to see and get a feel for where I can go to for one, eat with people who align with me, and for two, just to support their business, bro. It just feels good, man. So that's really the reason why I made this video, man. It is my birthday, bro. So if you like, please hit the like button. Let me know how y'all feel about it down in the comment section. But bro, we gotta start depending on each other instead of other people, man. We gotta come together, bro. All this foolishness that's going on in our community, we gotta leave it alone, bro. We gotta hold each other up when we down bad. We gotta hold each other up. They tried to hit Beyonce with some foolishness the other day. Beyonce was she literally made Cowboy Carter. That was one of the top selling debut albums of 2024 in country. It might be the top one, I don't know, but they weren't trying to give her flowers at first, and now that she received the reward for it, or the what did she receive? Was it a Grammy? I don't know. I ain't even trying to get into the specifics of it, but she won an award. Now that people saw that she was shocked about it, they're trying to say that she was acting as if she didn't know that she'd win the award, but in reality, no, she didn't. They weren't trying to give her that. People like Dolly Parton talking about her. You got people like other country singers who are basically saying like, hey, she hasn't been here, she hasn't earned her stripes in the country game, just completely eliminating her career as a pop artist or as an artist in general. What are we even talking about here, bro? Black people started country music, bro. Come on, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. And I don't say these things to be hateful or to cause division. I say these things to encourage a unification amongst each other, bro. I don't hate anyone. I'm not racist. I can't be racist. That's a whole completely different story. But I love everyone, man. But I just like being loyal to my people as the other people are loyal to theirs. Man, yeah, if you enjoyed it, bro, hit the like button. For my birthday, at least, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Your boy turning old, and I ain't even gonna give y'all my age. I'm gonna let y'all guess how old do y'all think I am in the comment section, man. And until next time, make sure to love yourself and nobody with your peace and chicken grease. Ooh.